Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It's like, no. What up, y'all? This is Honest Am here for another video of another monthly intuitive read. I am Honest Am, the editor-in-chief of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are really trying to get their shit together. We send letters about life, love, and all that other bullshit because we believe that writing is healing and our stories deserve to be told. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? I am doing this on a early Friday morning. But whenever you come across this video, just know that it is meant for you. These messages are completely timeless. That's why they're not date stamped. And so let's get into it. All right, we're gonna take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and begin. One more for the gods. And one more for the ancestors. Dear God, ancestors, and light beings, you are welcome here today. I ask that you please use me and allow the people to hear the messages that they need to hear. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Really quick, I cuss, I use God in the same sentence, and I don't just use tarot. I had to figure out what else I had to start. Okay. All right, let's get into this. Now, what messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? What messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? What messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio. I got a mama that's a Capricorn, a daddy that's a Taurus, and my partner is a Virgo. So I know all about y'all motherfuckers. And I also have a Capricorn sternum, or whatever it's called. Like, Capricorn is deep in my chart, so we hear y'all. All right, guys, allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. The very first card out for you guys is authenticity, which I feel like you guys, you know all about that. Next card out is gratitude. Maybe being grateful for your authenticity. Beauty. Resilience. Beautiful cards. And last out is relaxation. At the bottom is relaxation. So underlying all of this is relaxation. Authenticity, gratitude, beauty, resilience, relaxation. God, what messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? What messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. All right. Guys, your first card out is, I will tell my story as I want it to be, under gratitude. So, authenticity. Owning our stories. I literally just said that no matter what has happened to you, good, bad, or ugly, good, bad, or indifference, every single thing that has happened to you has led you to this point. So have gratitude for it. Even the people who have fucked you over, you wouldn't have the wisdom that you have today if you did not go through those experiences. Have gratitude for your story. Own your story. Be the hero of your story. Don't tell your story about, oh, they did this. No, ain't nobody do nothing to you. Reframe it. Make yourself be the victor. Even if it's like, oh, they used to talk about me, but then after that, I always kept my hair done. You would never see me without a fresh weave. Whatever, however, retell that story. And then when you start telling your story for your future, tell it how you want it to be. Don't think about the worst thing that can happen. Start reprogramming yourself. Start, reprogramming yourself and telling yourself a different story. You don't have to be like, oh, but in a perfect world. No, it is a perfect world. So tell it as you want it to be. Why do I want it? And what do I want? And why do I want it under beauty? Under beauty and authenticity. What do I want and why do I want it? Some of you guys, and this is funny, this came out in our monthly reading. Some of you guys want things and you don't even know why you want it. You don't even understand the reasoning for why you want certain things. Actually, I take that back. What I'm getting here is some of you guys, you want certain things and you feel like, but it's so far-fetched for you. Like nobody in your family has done it. You know, you don't really have an example of it. You just have this idea of it. You're just kind of like just shooting for the stars and you're just like, yeah, like this, in a perfect world, this could happen, but this can't possibly happen now. But I feel like what Spirit is trying to say here is that, no, you need to, there's a reason why you were given that vision. Only you can bring that vision about. So if you want this because God put it on your heart, that means that God is going to see it through. See the beauty in that. See the beauty in the fact that this idea came from the ether, and now you have the job and the duty to see it through. Or you could start questioning why you want certain things. Some people the society put pressure on you to want certain things. You don't even want it, but you're doing it because you feel like, oh, this is what everybody does. This is what I should have at this age. But no, be true to you. Be true to you. There's beauty in being true to you. And under resilience, we have shortages of time and money are perpetual. So bounce back. Some of you guys are like, oh, I wasted 20 years of my life and it's over. Like, there's no way that I could possibly make anything of myself because I fucked up so much. No, like that's just literally, that's just an illusion. Like, that's what society wants you to think. Society wants you to think that if you reach the age of 40 or you reach the age of 50 and you ain't got your shit together, then you're a failure. But guess what? As long as you still have breath in your lungs, you still have the ability to make your dreams come true, no matter what it is. Like, maybe you won't be able to pay in the NBA anymore, but that don't mean that you can't go and be a coach to the Little League. That don't mean that you can't impact somebody's life who will eventually get into the NBA. That, you don't know. I say all that to say, you don't know where God is trying to take you, but you can't just sit back and be like, well, it's too late, or I can't do this. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Stop. If he gave the idea to you, he will see it through. I think it was Candy who said her and Mama Joy's favorite saying is, if he give you the vision, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And that's the damn honest truth. Where do it come from? What would be the idea? What would literally be the point of all of these ideas coming in your mind if there was no way for you to make them come about? God is not that type of God. Like, you think he really is going to dangle a carrot in front of your face because just to make you feel better? No. And damn sure definitely ain't about to make no illusion to make you feel better, whoever the fuck he may be. But that's another story. I ain't gonna go into all of that. But I say all this to say, every single thing that comes across your mind, some of them be a little far-fetched, but the things that just keep consistently coming back, you're finding, you keep getting confirmations. You go out and you see, you're in a beauty shop and somebody is talking about the idea that you've been thinking about, or you just so happen to go on Facebook and you happen to see an ad for something that you were thinking about, though there are algorithms for that. So fuck up science. But the thing is, God used that too. Like, if you don't think God is on these internet streets, You a damn fool. If you don't think that God is not in YouTube getting these, you know, like God don't care about no algorithms. He will use any means necessary to get your attention. The other day, I'm gonna tell this story and I'm gonna pull this last card. We're gonna pull some tarot. The other day, I got in the elevator and this guy was just like, oh, well, since you got in the elevator, now you got to hear my story too. And I'm like, okay, like what, you know, what story is it? And he goes into the story of talking about how he never was able to have a good relationship with his father, and him and his father butted heads his whole life. Like him and his dad never got into it. And he realized that the reason why him and his dad never got into it, you know, were never able to get along was because they were so much alike. They were so much alike that they were just unable to, you know, get past it. So it was just like they just kept hitting walls. So I guess one day he says this to his dad, and his dad, you know, like they both had this aha moment. And from that day forward, he was able to kind of just accept his dad for who he was. And he said for a month, him and his dad had the best relationship ever. He said this was the best time in his life, and his dad died a month later. And he said that story to say, let that bullshit go. Like, you know, let all these bad terms and all the stuff that has happened in the past, like let all those, you know, those feelings go, because people just are who they are. I found that funny that I was to hear that story. Like that was just so random that I would walk into that elevator and that guy would be telling that story, and he would say that to me because I have been dealing with issues. And if you look on, if you check out our archive, let me do a shameless plug all below. But if you check out our archive, I have been talking about these struggles that I've been having with my parents. I stopped talking to my parents last year in July. I did a inner child therapy. I found out some things about my parents. Stopped talking to them. I didn't talk to my dad until November, and then I didn't talk to my mom until December. It was like 6 months, 6 or 7 months where I just did not talk to them. Maybe not 6 or 7, but anyways, maybe 3 or 4 months, whatever. Anyways, you do the math. But I just didn't talk to them, and it was because I was so hurt. I felt betrayed and all these other things. But then I eventually had to realize, like, that made me who I am. Like, that's my authenticity. Like, that's my story. Like, I can eat off of those stories forever. I can help people off of my story for the rest of my life. And I feel like that's what you need to realize, that everything that has happened to you to this point has happened for a reason. It's happened to make you who you are today. It did not come to destroy you. God ain't trying to break you down. Why? Why would he? He don't have to, you know, like what good would that do him to break you down? Everything is coming to see how bad you want it. How bad you want to push through it. Overall theme, closing this off with the authenticity and relaxation, is my what is need not influence my what is becoming. Guys, perfect. As literally, I'm just going to keep on going with this same thing. Okay. Under your authenticity and your relaxation. Relax. I was literally just saying this in the other video. Just because right now you are in financial ruins, just because right now you are in a job that you're not happy with, just because right now you are in relationships that you don't feel totally fulfilled, just because right now you feel alone, just because right now you feel like you ain't got it together, it don't mean that it ain't gonna be better. It don't mean that you're going to be stuck there. But if you stay right there, if you just sit there, if you say, oh, it's too late for me. Oh, I can't do it. The time has passed. Then the time going to keep fucking passing. Get off your ass. Get off your ass. Let this stuff go. You're resilient. Bounce back. And you are beautiful. So what that he hurt you? Who cares? Who is he? You gonna really let this man take away all your dreams, take away everything for what? He has that much power? He has that much power to change the entire course of your life? Come on, y'all. Tell your story as you want it to be. Be the survivor in your story. Be the victor in your story. What do you want and why do you want it? Why I got so hyped? I don't I just got like super intense out of nowhere because I just feel like some of you guys are just stuck. You're just stuck in you're just stuck. Like, you're just so stuck in the what is. You're so stuck in the current moment. And I just want you to just for a minute, to stop being so focused on all this shit that is going wrong and focus on where you are headed. What is happening right now ain't got shit to do with your future. Face it. Face all of the stuff that has happened right now. Face the good and the bad and the ugly. Face who you are. Face the pettiness that you have done. Face the backstabbing that you have done. The lies that you have told. The stealing that you let it go. Malcolm X was a multiple convicted felon. And he came out and was on the verge of being a world leader. Now, if he would have forever thought that, oh, I'm just a convicted felon, who am I? I ain't got no knowledge. We would never fucking have Malcolm X, okay? Let it go. Everything has happened for a reason. Just let it go. Have gratitude for it. See the beauty in it. See the beauty in being resilient. Being resilient is such a strong skill. Do you know? Let me just say this. Remember when the stock market was crashing and people was literally jumping out of fucking buildings about to kill themselves because they don't have any money, because they didn't realize they don't, they had to go back home and tell their family, oh, I don't have this anymore. Some people just don't have resilience build up in them, but we do. We take that for granted. We take for granted that we can go through the worst shit and come out laughing. That is a fucking skill. Some people would look at our lives, or they would spend 10 minutes in your shoes and break the fuck down. They wouldn't be able to do, they wouldn't know what to do. They would not know what to do. You have survived so much. It would be a shame to lose yourself now. It would be a damn shame to lose yourself now. Look up angel number 1717. All right, God, what messages do you have for our Earth Sign Collective? Spirit is like irritated with y'all. I think that's just the best way to say it. Like, all of a sudden I just got so like amped and like, I don't even talk like it's like aggressive. Like, y'all need to shake yourself out of it. You need to get the fuck out of it. That's all I can say. What messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? Ooh. It's like all in my body. I'm just like, I'm irritated. Like, I'm like impatient right now. Like, I feel like, and maybe that's why this relaxation is out here for me, but but I feel like Spirit is like, come on. Like, you have such a beautiful story. Like, you've been through so much. You can help so many people if you just get out of your own fucking way. Just fast communication coming. Some of y'all bosses, some of y'all, it's not even, you don't even have to worry about getting out your way because God gonna make you get out your way. All right, God, last shuffle. What messages do you have for the Earth Sign Collective? Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Ace of Queen of Cups in the fast communication came right back out. So let's take it one at a time. Queen of Cups. This is a woman who is very grounded in her emotions. And she got her eye on the motherfucking prize. Literally. She literally got her eye on the prize. And I think what Spirit is trying to say with this is that focus. Keep your eye on the prize. And by having gratitude, by staying focused, by kind of grounding yourself down and not being so swayed in your emotions, not being so caught up in the things that have happened in the past, things are going to come quickly. Gratitude speeds everything up. I feel like with this card coming out is that you are kind of, it's like you're on the cusp of it. It's like you're right there. Right there. You have done all of this work. You're right there. And it's like, stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize. Have gratitude. And this is going to come about. Next up. Yep. What do I want and why do I want it? You realize you're no longer trapped. You're seeing the beauty in your situation and not looking at your situation as though you're in some fancy cage. Coming out of that victim mentality to get the new beginning, to get the fresh new start, to create, this is kind of being manifested from, you're realizing the power that you have in keeping your focus. You're realizing that power that you have in keeping your focus. But always remember, you're not her. You freed yourself. You're no longer, you're there. You no longer feel as though you're trapped. And you're literally, because of your attitude, because of this change in your belief, because of this focus, because of this gratitude, because of you staying true to who you are, then you get the new beginning. You get the fresh new start. And this is not even a fresh new start. This is somebody who's damn near almost, like I said, you're almost there. It's like you're realizing, like I look at this and I see somebody who's realizing their power, like, oh shit. Like I literally look at him as this kid who has, you know how kids, like when you like want to play and like, oh, like you act like you got magic, oh, boom, boom. But he was like, oh, and the pinnacle came like, oh my God. Like that's how I look at this, like, oh my God, I can do that. By me just having gratitude, me just being focused, I get fast communication and then all of a sudden shit come in thin air. I'm powerful. And I think that's what God is saying. See the beauty in this. You're powerful. You're powerful. And what's going to, the thing, but it's the one thing that is holding you back is that you're focused on your current situation. You're thinking, oh, you're like, I kind of feel like it ain't working. I kind of feel like it's like you're teeter-tottering. You're in between. What's currently happening got nothing to do about your future. Keep going along this path. You literally have the right flow. You know what you're doing it. Under resilience, intuition. As I was just saying that, you know what you're doing. Trust yourself. All these cards are beautiful. These are beautiful cards. Under resilience, we have the intuition, trusting yourself, following the breadcrumbs, realizing that you're not trapped in the situation, realizing that you have the power to change yourself, seeing the beauty in your situation, seeing the beauty in your life story, realizing that, oh, I'm not running out of time. I can have this money. I can have this money as I'm saying this. The Five of Pentacles, is it the five? Six of Pentacles come out. Sharing your wealth. Being in a position to where you can give to others. Some of you guys were a little bit nervous. You were feeling like, you could be a little stingy and you feel like, oh, I can't be giving stuff up for people. I can't be giving people this. And what if I don't have? No, give it away. When you give, you receive. Give this information freely. Give your gifts freely. Well, have discernment, but you have enough to go around. Use your intuition. Use your intuition on who to help, who to trust, when to give and when to keep. This is a beautiful, beautiful read. And under all of this is relax. And I think that the reason why it's like at the bottom of all of this is relax is because it's like you're doing the work. You're doing the work. I just feel like the current situations make you feel like things aren't happening, but they are happening. Look, it's coming. It's coming. The Knight of Cups. It's coming. It's just taking a little bit longer. But the message is coming. The new beginning is coming. What is happening right now ain't got shit to do with where you're going. You're headed to victory. You're headed to the King of Cups. What I was just saying, you're right there. I literally was just saying, you're right there. But you need to focus on where you're headed and not where you have been. Look at the beauty of your story. Trust your intuition. Yeah. And I feel like this is the same guy. It is the same guy. You literally went from literally went from the Queen of Cups to the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. Grounded in your emotions. No longer being swayed. That's all. I think that's literally your message. Just ground yourself in your, you need to rise above your emotions. Your emotions are here to help guide you. Your emotions are here to kind of help your intuition. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Because it's here. It's going to happen quickly. And underneath it all, yeah, that's all the confusion. The confusion. This is underneath it all. It's so many choices. It's so many ways to go, but you know which way to go. You know which way to go. So just focus in on it. Focus in on it. Yes, yes and no. Yes, your situation has not changed yet. Yes, things still look the same now, but it's not always going to look the same. Focus. Keep working. You have the power. There's no negative cards out here. Literally, there's no negative cards out here. You have the power. What is happening right now ain't got shit to do with your future. You're heading to bigger and better. All right, guys. Your final message. I feel like that was beautiful. Yeah, guys. And don't be ashamed of your past. It got you where you are today. It helps you. So don't be ashamed of it. I feel like that's something that God is saying is don't look at your past so much as this burden or, the things that you were trapped in. Look at it for the strength that it gave you, the resilience that it gave you. So much beauty there. So much. All right, guys, what's the final message for our Earth Sign Collective? The final message for our Earth Sign Collective. The final message for our Earth Sign Collective. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. Allow us to see the cards that we need to see. All right, guys. Your card is the Spirit Guide. Interesting. The Spirit Guide with the Helper. I'm not going to read the Helper, but I feel like this is a part of this message here. This resilience. Because of your past, you're not very comfortable. You have second thoughts about helping. You have second thoughts about giving resources away. You feel like I need to keep it, but you need to give freely. Give freely. The universe is all about give and receive. In order to keep getting what you want, you need to have gratitude and you need to give to others. Your gifts are meant to be shared. They're not meant to be housed with you. All right. Last message, the Spirit Guide. All right. You are glowing light. The Spirit Guide represents enlightenment of self. You have been able to do the difficult task of sustaining your true nature over time. What did I just say? What did I just say? Okay. True nature over time. You know all too well that the true self is impacted by falsehoods you may have practiced over the years to survive. As a spirit guide, you find yourself helping people remove these falsehoods. Remove these falsehoods. You may work as a psychotherapist, spiritual teacher, diviner, or philosopher. You make us look at ourselves in a way that is frightening. Illuminating the soul is a phenomenal experience that you indulge in. Your capacity to help remove illusions puts you in powerful positions with others. On your waking path, you are constantly looking at the various aspects on life. It is the scene on your waking path. On your waking path, you constantly look at various perspectives on life. It is this seeing process that sheds light in your life. Your heightened illumination comes from your ability to reflect upon life. Sometimes folks are not able to understand your forthrightness. You may utter an illusion, and they blame you for stripping them of their beliefs. In your mind, you would say, I should have left that alone. At the same time, you realize your enlightenment can be beneficial to all. People gravitate to you without realizing that you are being put. People gravitate towards you. People gravitate to you without realizing that they are being pulled by their desires to be more honest with themselves. You may be attacked for your actions, causing you to feel hurt and ostracized. On the sleeping path, you have illusions about the enlightenment state of being. You may feel right about something or someone, or feel as an authority or expert, leaving little room for discovery. You will find little patience with those who seem unenlightened. You may find yourself judging others according to where you feel they are on the spectrum of being enlightened. This self-righteous stance can keep you isolated from others or cause you to waste your energy by involving yourself with spiritual competition. Enlightenment is less about knowing what is right or wrong, or having transcended the frailties of being. Enlightenment is more about being aware of the nature of life, being awakened to each moment. To cultivate an enlightened state, one must constantly examine what is true so that they can share your life experience. Hold on, guys. Let me reread that. To cultivate an enlightened state, one must constantly examine what is true so that when you share your life experience, it does not come off as preaching dogma. Keep the book open on what you perceive to be true. Know that new experiences bring new truths. You find the greatest illusion in your own enlightenment. Be sure that others are seeking your guidance before you speak. Watch for impatience and ignorance. Remember the beginnings of your own journey towards wisdom and the confusion you felt or the mistakes you made. A fixed mind will keep you from having the heart to see anything. Watch for any projection of a holier than thou righteousness or appearing to be more right than others. Refrain from making others feel small and insignificant so that you appear large. Your light is profound. Wow. Wow. That is a beautiful message. And I feel like I really do feel like it was very in line with what I was saying previously. You guys, what God wants you to do is get your emotions and your attitude in check. Because you know where you are going, because you have done all of this work, you need to have gratitude for it. And look at others, help others. Don't look down on others. I swear, one thing that I hate about this new day and age is that instead of everybody, instead of people trying to educate people about, things that they may say wrong or incorrectly, people are so down. Like, they're like, oh, how the fuck don't you know? And it's like, because I don't know. Can you teach me, please? Like, don't beat me up. Don't be, like, you don't have to do that. And that's what Spirit is trying to tell you here. Yeah, you've done the work. Yes, you've overcome a lot. But that doesn't mean that you need to have this greater than thou mentality. Humble yourself. Have gratitude for your situation. No, just because that people didn't necessarily do that for you in the beginning and you had to bump your head, it don't mean that other people have to do the same. Like, you don't have to make what people done to you, you don't have to do to others. Like, you can use that as an opportunity to overcome it. Like, you can use that as an opportunity to rise above it and to do what you wish that people would have done for you. So I hope that that message was beneficial for you guys. Please, please, please tell me your biggest takeaways. Put it all down at the information below. If you want to know more about my spiritual journey or you want to book any personal readings with me, all of my information is down below. The light in me sees and honors the light and love in each and one of you guys. Be good, be kind to each other, and watch that attitude. Have a little gratitude. Namaste. See you next month.